today I'm going to take a look at a new fuel which our fuel supplier is now supplying, made by a company called Hayes, called Surelite Stovefuel. In the past, in the last couple of years, we've been using a brand called Ovals. So let me go and put a link over here for you to go and have a look at the Ovals. We've been delighted with the Ovals, absolutely no issues with them. But for whatever reason, our supplier is now supplying a different fuel. So this year, as you'll probably know, there are new regulations on what coals and logs that you're allowed to burn. So just make sure you're up to spec with things. So this is the big bag. So it's a 20 kilo bag, suitable for all multi-fuel stoves and open burners, if you see that. So our log burner here is a multi-fuel stove, so you can burn coals or logs in it. So what we tend to do, and again if you see any of my past videos you'll see this, we normally start the evening with a bed of coals just to get it going, and then as the night goes on we'll put on our logs. So these are well-seasoned logs. Crikey, these are probably over 4 years old. These have actually been in our log store in the back. So these have now inside, drying out from being outside, if that makes any sense. So absolutely bone dry, well seasoned, as you can see. So as I say, we start our night with a bed of coals. Then we sort of burn the logs as the evening goes on. And then maybe as we're coming to the end of the night, we'll just put some more of the coals on top, just to keep things warm. So as I say, we have used Ovals in the past, and we're going to give these Hayes fuel a quick go. So just before I start there, if you've not been here before, why don't you go and subscribe down to my channel down there? That'd be great if you did that. Getting some subscriptions help me boost my channel a little bit. So what we're going to do first is I'm going to show you how we light our burner. Everybody does this differently, but in essence what we're going to do is we're just going to put a handful of coals at the bottom of the stove. We'll then put a fire lighter in, we'll then put our kindling on top of the fire lighter, and then we'll then build up a small pile of the coals, and then leave that for a good 30 minutes or so for it to get a light. So come on, let's go and open up this door here, and as you can see there, and get this fire started. Okay, so let's build this up. So as I say, we normally just start off with a handful of coals. We make it into a bit of a circle. So that's just to keep the kindling off the grill down the bottom here, the bottom grate. Then I'll just put that there, and we'll light up a fire lighter, and then build up with our kindling. One more for good luck. Possibly don't normally use that much, to be honest, but there we are. So you can put this on by hand, or you can put it on with a tongue. So we'll just build this up here now. And I think we'll get possibly one more on. So that's coals on, and obviously there's quite a lot of flame at the moment. That's because mainly that fire lighter is putting that flame on, and then obviously that's going to get over with the kindling. So the log burner we've got, and again if you've seen in the past videos I've done, it's a multi-fuel burner this, so you can burn logs and coal, and it's a DEFRA approved one. You probably can't see, but up at the top here we have got a second burn chamber, and we've also on the front here we've got dampers on the top and bottom for the airflow. So recently, or fairly recently, we gave this a bit of a service. So the chimney's been swept out. Everything's had a good hoovering, good clean. We've had a new rope put around the door, up on the chimney vent up here, which is where we clean the chimney. That's had a new seal put on it. So we've got a nice tight fit. So just quick zoom in there for you if you like. So I'm not too sure if that's focusing or not. Let's see if it'll focus. So that initial flame that we had with that firelighter when it was lit now, that's actually going right down. So what we'll do now, close up the door. And we've got our dampers on open, and then we'll leave this now for a good 20 or 30 minutes or so and come back, and all being well, some of these coals will be ember and glowing red, so they don't actually burn like traditional old coals or logs. It's just like a real hot red burn on these. So let's give that a bit of time and we'll come back to it and see how we go on from there. But that's the burner initially lit. Back in a bit. Okay, so here we are, 30 minutes or so later, and as you can see the glow from these coals here. Let's just open this up, and what we'll do now is just move these about, and then some of the coals that didn't catch because they fell over before will mount like so. And then what I'm going to do now that's all going is I'm going to put some more on and get a nice little bed going, and then we'll get a log thrown on. So that's them so far. Let's come back in a bit. So there we are. That's some time later, and you can see now that that is burning beautifully. A little bit unlike the ovals that I mentioned earlier, these actually are giving off a bit of a flame, so it's quite pretty and certainly giving off the heat. Lit quite easy, well, lit very easily as you saw. So what we'll do now with these is we'll scatter these out, lay them flat onto the bottom of the burner, and let that settle right down, and then we'll go and we'll finish the night off with some logs on it, make it into a log burner on our multi-fuel burner. So let's lay these coals down flat and then put a log on, and you can actually see then what happens. So in actual fact, what we're actually going to do here is, I'm not going to really put on too many logs because this is giving out an absolute stack of heat. But just to give you a flavour of things when it's burnt down on a log, let's put that on and come back to it once that takes, and you can have a better look. I'm going to put the bottom damper down and the top damper down a little bit, and we'll see how this goes shortly. So we've let the coals die down now, which is generally what we do after a couple of hours of lighting them. And what we're able to do then is, oh, loads of heat coming off there. We leave that as a bed, and we'll now put the logs on for the night, and maybe a little bit later put on a few more coals if you need to. But let's put a log on, and that'll just take a couple of minutes to light up, which we'll come back to shortly, and we'll wrap this video up. But yeah, with those coals, they've been fine, absolutely fine, no problems at all. So come back in a bit. Let's see the log when it's lit. Right, so there we are. We've got a log on the fire. The coals as a nice base, so this will be easy to light all night now. And so we may put some more of these coals down a little bit later. But let's pull down the camera now, and I'll show you a last look. Slow down some of them flames just so you get a bit of a slow motion effect. Hope you found this little video useful. If you did you know, like I said earlier, subscribe down below. Hit the notification bell hit the notification bell. And when I upload a video, you'll get notification when that happens. And, you know, hope you found it of some use. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you on the next one. Let's go and look at some flames.